what about now? Now we have audio. Okay, now audio work. Okay, open file or open folder. Yay. The computer was killed by a power outage and it's back up, I think. Woo! Not killed, but like it wasn't shut down properly. And all my settings. Is it playing binge watch rap? It's supposed to be playing binge watch rap. Boy. Okay, open sound settings maybe. Why would... Okay, what about this? There's music? Okay. Bit by bit, we are restoring tech.
Have you ever seen a yo's expand? Grown and shown up with your demands, yeah. Everybody subscribe. Sean Hills is here to promote his bro live. Placing blocks all over the place, all powered by a bigot with jump boosts and haste. Brother, I'll watch him let's play and debate with Joe. All the views, I'll say it. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Binge watch, HermitCraft.
Binge watch, HermitCraft. Joe. Go binge watch, 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 Joe. Stream it.
Fill in your gaps, check live feeds and load up HermitCraft. Watch it on any side screen, back it up to clone redstone machines just building. With dry concrete powder, wetting it down for a much smoother towel. Cause on this tube there's only one server. The whitelist is closed, so don't inquire further. Neighboring players compete on their stores. HermitCraft you love with improv rapport, you just binge watch, HermitCraft. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Binge watch, HermitCraft.
Joe. Go binge watch, 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 Joe.
Viewers, you better click subscribe because today we're building that hype. Comment, your praises don't fail. Sean Hill's on a roll with HermitCraft details. Singing out loud the way it should be sung with the natural sound that you like for fun. You know it's live now like a HermitCrafter. Read the description, tweet about it after. The hour of the Hermit is nigh. Churning out videos y'all will like. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Binge watch, HermitCraft.
Joe. Go binge watch, 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 Joe.
Go binge watch, binge watch, HermitCraft. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Joe. Go binge watch, Joe. Go binge watch, Joe. Go binge watch, Joe. Go binge watch, Joe. Joe.
Dang it, I wasn't muted when I coughed. Sorry.
The summer is past, but your days keep growing longer. There's no wind in your sails, but the storm's blowing stronger. Walking hard, standing tall, keeping your head up through it all. Fighting fires, spinning plates. Goodness, how did it get so late?
Lay your head down and dream.
Lay your head down and
Lay your head down and dream.
lay your head down and
Just let your mind float downstream. Sprawled out in a moonbeam. Lay your head down and dream.
Joe Hills is filmed before a live streaming audience.
That's us! Howdy, Scar. Joe Hills here. Glad to have you back on the server. And also, everybody else. Wait, Scar, are you here? Did you just say hey? I just heard a weird noise. Is he here? Hi. I don't know, maybe it's something with the computer. Everything's weird with the technology, because the power went out while I was doing stuff on the computer, and I think it's all basically working again. The power's out for long enough that we had to throw out everything in the fridge Although the freezer was salvageable at least. So that's nice. But we are back now, streaming again. I would have been off for Tennessee game days this weekend anyway, so luckily it's like, well, we already had a hotel room booked. Uh, so, yeah, the biggest impact it had was I was hoping to transfer all the footage that I recorded on Friday with XP Crafted over to my laptop to edit after my kid went to sleep at night. But unfortunately, I ran out of power. Like, the UPS just will hold me over for a minute or two. There wasn't enough time to go, oh no, let me frantically transfer all these files. And so anyway, the next episode is not out yet. That's why, because it's recorded, but I haven't had the chance to transfer the footage to the laptop yet. Since we got home, I spent most of my time emptying the fridge. And then what else did we do after we emptied the fridge? Cleaning the fridge. Because at the point where I had taken everything out of the fridge, like, it's like, well, now we might as well wipe everything down, right? Like, what's stopping us? Normally it's hard to clean the fridge because there's everything in it, but like, hey, that was nice. We got so my fridge is the cleanest since I moved in. Also, I haven't even posted the tip-in link yet, and we've already got a tip rolling in from Aaron Ferriera. Whoops, that's not the tipping link, that's the YouTube link. So let me go ahead and remind folks that tips are welcome via paypal.me/showhills and YouTube Super Chat. Aaron tips 5, so that's going to get us 15 away from our first face camera expansion milestone. Thank you, Aaron Ferriera. Boy. Yeah, luckily, since I knew we were going away this weekend, I hadn't gone shopping. Whoa, the trident there kind of did something weird with the tree. I hadn't gone shopping for a few days, because I knew, okay, well, you know, it doesn't make sense to buy a bunch of stuff before you go away for the weekend. So, and probably some of those condiments, like the mustards and ketchups and stuff, have been in the fridge since we moved in 2 years ago. So it's probably time anyway. I'm not going to cry about it. But I am going to have to replace all the condiments. And fortunately, that was most of what was left in there. There were some fruit smoothies, but like little, like 6 or 8 ounce ones. But like maybe like 5 or 7 of them. But those definitely can't be left out unrefrigerated. I've tried taking them on trips and stuff, and just throwing them in a bag, and they will like explode, because like whatever goes into making all natural fruit smoothies, there's not a lot of preservatives, and so if those start to turn, you do not want them. Evan Netta says, I learned a new word thanks to the chat. Brevity. Thank you, chat. Hey, and Lizzie Mack is here and says, yo, Joe. Thank you, Lizzie Mack, for saying hello. Evan Netta for tipping 4 U.S. Abacus beads. Boom. That's going to get us 11 away from our first face camera expansion milestone. I am so glad the power is back. Luckily, we had both my sister Quinn and another friend offer to put us up tonight if we had to, but it would have been hard to stream. And, like, I don't want to miss 3 streams in a row, especially because I'm about to go to London, and I'm not going to be working that week, and that's terrifying. That's, like, the longest I've taken off work, probably since I started working. Probably since, like, I was 18, if you count school as work. I was either in school or working almost all the time, so that's, like, going to be wild. But hey, we got some more tips rolling in. Let's see who they are from. Whoa! Ink Curious rolling in and tipping an even 100 for the fridge refill fund. That is going to get us 5 face camera expansion milestones. Let's go ahead and process those now. Please direct your attention down here to slot 9, where I've been putting the hot in the hotbar. So I can say, where's my face? Howdy, y'all. Grow Hills here, expanding as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. Dee-da-dee-da-dee, dee-da-dee-da-dee-dee-dee. Numero dos, larger Joe, da-da-da-da. Hey, Sammy's here. Hope you had a good birthday the other day, Sammy. Wait, or is it today? I don't know. All the days are running together, because I have been emptying my fridge and driving all over the place. But anyway, numero tres, even larger face, da-da-da-da. I feel like Sammy's birthday, it is today. Okay, so, Expansion number 4. Feliz cumpleaños! Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Feliz cumpleaños a Sammy Higgins, courtesy of Ink Curious. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Y muchas más. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is how we count one more. Y'all have seen that money go straight to my head with each face camera expansion milestone up to this point. But now, like Jacob Marley, these chains I forged in life are about to begin pulling me down to the deep below. Enter the joust. Bum 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 bum. Lowering the opacity now to 90%. And then we've got another tip rolling in. So thank you, Incurious, for that 100 and those 5 expansions. That left us 11 away from the next expansion. And Sir Zero Silver just tipped 10, which puts us 1 away from the next one, who says, Ayo, just here for the stream as I eat my chicken pot pie, planting a wheat field for my base. 40,000 of 79 seeds planted. 79,000 seeds planted. Thanks for giving me something to listen to while I grind. Wow, that's a huge wheat field. That reminds me of when I built the field from Field of Dreams in Minecraft. That was, quite the project. You can do a lot with planting wheat if you're doing like diagonal lines. You can make it look real good. So good luck to you, Sir Zero Silver. That puts us 1 away for the next face camera expansion milestone. Okay, so copy and paste that. Okay, yeah, chicken pot pie is delicious. What did I have for dinner tonight? Oh yeah, I had chicken burritos. Because when we went to the grocery store, they had, like, the baked chicken. Because we had to grab stuff for my kids' school lunches. And so I was like, okay, what do they have that would be an easy meal? Okay, well, there's a full baked chicken. I can shred that, cook some refried beans, because we have canned refried beans. And we can buy some cheese to shred, too. Shredded cheese plus shredded chicken plus refried beans. Maybe get some salsa to dip it in. Yay, we're good. That's a dinner when your fridge was literally empty moments earlier. Jackie Ann tips 2 and says, missed you, Joe. Glad you're back. Well, thank you so much, Jackie Ann. That puts us 1 past our next face camera expansion milestone. So here we go. Expand Jost. And we are going to lower the opacity now to 80%. That puts us 19 away from that next expansion milestone. So thank you, Jackie Ann. Okay, so... yeah, so I just wanted to add a little bit of decor around this TGD here. So it didn't look quite such like an empty field in the distance. We've just got a few azalea trees and stuff. I think I might put some baby azaleas in here, just kind of mixing it up a little bit. Is that a Silk Touch axe? Okay, that is. So I was also thinking maybe what I would do is there's this trick where you use the Silk Touch axe on those to like just kind of plant little baby azalea trees just kind of throughout here. I'm not really paying too close of attention to what I'm doing because honestly I'm just trying to get back in the groove. Just trying to get back into the groove. And this was something that I started working on the other day and didn't get to finish. So yeah, just having a few little things along there. Actually, I think I'm gonna lower this. I'm just tweaking a few things here and there with the terraforming here. Yeah, that feels a little bit more natural, right? Like the whole thing is just sinking. Harsky, I'm glad to distract you any way I can. It's always frustrating when you can't sleep. Yeah, I don't want to mess too much with this, but maybe we come back with a little bit more mud and drop that down in there. Okay. Actually, you know what? Let's go grab a few more of these. I just want to take like one from every few trees. Also, I don't love the too tall grass. It's just not my favorite. It feels like it visually breaks things up too much. I don't know. Just doesn't feel quite as cultivated. I'm just going to touch this up a little bit. Okay, let's grab another one of those. Hey, Lucy Games, thank you for the raid. Appreciate you stopping by. My name is Joe Hills. I'm broadcasting live from Nashville, Tennessee. Just having a kind of a chill stream to get back in the swing of things. My power was out the last couple days, but luckily I was already supposed to be in a hotel just outside of town for a convention. So it's like that kind of worked out all right, but there were some complications. Had to throw out the food in my fridge. Some other stuff kind of went sideways with my editing timeline, but on the whole, could have been a lot worse. So, yeah, this just kind of feels like a little... Yeah. This makes it feel a little bit more better. It just kind of felt like the building was completely, like, disconnected from the land before. I kind of want to mix in some more of these purple flowers elsewhere. Like, if these purple flowers grow here naturally, we can get more of them. Well, maybe not. But I wanted to mix in some of these purple flowers, like, closer to the building, where they don't grow naturally, was what I was thinking. Okay. So, like, a little bit like that, and maybe one up here. Just to kind of go with the flowers on the, I'm just really just feeling this out. Trying to get back in the swing of things. Yeah. I've been enjoying the trading card game quite a bit. But, yeah, so I actually got to play some board games this weekend. I went to Tennessee Game Days. I wasn't like a formal guest or anything. I pay to go every year because it's worth it. But yeah, I did run into one person who wanted to get their picture taken with me, so that was cool. But mostly I just hung out with my friends and my daughter. Played some games. I wrote up some mini summaries and reviews on Twitter of some of the stuff I played. Today we played Forbidden Island again. I didn't get the chance to write that up on Twitter this time, but I played Forbidden Island at another convention a while back. I really liked it. I'm not sure if I like Forbidden Skies quite as much. Forbidden Skies is more interesting in some ways, but it's more work. Sammy says, I couldn't make it this time. Glad you guys had fun. Well, we'd be happy to have you sometime in the future. Yeah, let's see. What else did I play today? We played Forbidden Skies. We played 10 Days in Africa. That's a fun geography game. And I think we did 2 rounds of that, and I think I won both times. So that was fun. That's like a game where you have tiles and you have to plot an itinerary across Africa by like connecting countries that are adjacent to each other. Joe Sandy says, I love co-op games where I don't have to worry about competing against my friends. Oh, one game that we saw there. They didn't have it in the gaming library. Somebody had brought it from home, and so we didn't play it, but we saw other people had it. Did y'all know there's a Stardew Valley board game? I had no idea. Apparently, though, it's out of print. And so we... Okay, how many bundles can you put inside of a bundle? Because it looks like I have more bundles than I can bundle. Dang it. My extra TCG packs shulker needs to get consolidated. But yeah, I had no idea that there was a Stardew Valley board game. And it looks really cool. It also looks like crazy complicated. Like, they tried to make sure they included every mechanic in the original game. And so it's like, in order to save the valley from the Joji Corporation, you have to live your best life as a farmer and help the community by completing community bundles. And yeah, the bundles here is what made me think about it, because it's community bundles in like the community center in Stardew Valley. And so it's like you'll have to like randomly complete the bundles in the community center by like harvesting and growing crops and going mining and fishing. It's like, if you can do it in Stardew Valley, they put it into this board game, and it looks really impressive. I read I pulled up a PDF online of the rules, and the game is like, this game takes 45 minutes per player. So if you have 4 players, you should expect to spend about 3 hours once you know the rules to play it. And so it's a co-op game where it's the whole team versus the Joji Corporation. So it's interesting, at least. That's a cool concept. But apparently it's out of print, and so they're gonna do a reprint. But yeah, if you try to order it now, it's like it's like $195 used, or you can wait for the reprint and probably get it for like 50 or 60. So I'm gonna wait for the reprint. But yeah. That's just something to be aware of. So I had no idea that was even out there. So I'm excited to give that a try when they reprint it. But yeah, it looks... I mean, I've played a lot of stupidly complicated board games like Arkham Horror. I've played probably like 7 or 8 times. Yeah, it looks... This is a very excessive board game. Basically, like... When I read the rules for this Stardew Valley thing, because like I said, I could pull the PDF online from the website, and my thought when I was reading it is, the person who made Stardew Valley said, hey, just in case there's no electricity later, like, if that stops, I still want people to be able to experience what Stardew Valley was like, so just put it all in the box. Let's assume that this is at a time when no one can play an electronic game anymore, and so 3 hours will seem like very reasonable to them. And they just, yeah, they were just like, okay, you're the guy who made Stardew Valley, whatever. So yeah, that's one of those games. It looks like it's got enough randomization and different mechanics to it. You could play it very, very... you could play it repeatedly. One of my favorite games that I played this weekend, thank goodness, is one that I bought a few weeks ago to play at Tennessee Game Days. Because I was talking to the... one of the organizers of Tennessee Game Days, Rick Kuehler, also owns a gaming store. And he's been on the show before to talk about TGD and play pinball with me, actually. So you might remember him from that. He's a great guy. I've known him for, oh my gosh, probably since like 12. I've probably known him for 12 years. He's a great guy. But anyway, I saw Clank Catacombs in his shop, and I'm like, ooh, I'm looking forward to playing that at Tennessee Game Days. And he's like, oh, we're not going to have that in the library in Tennessee Game Days. It's too new. And I'm like, fine, please give me one copy of Clank Catacombs. So I totally purchased it like on the spot, because I was like, I got to play this. And this is the next time my friends are all going to be in town. So, well, not everybody made it this time, but we at least had, we had 4 players for Clank Catacombs, which is a good number of players. We had 4 players for the learning round, and then when we actually played for real, we only had 3. But it seemed to work well with both 4 and 3. Because yeah, we had somebody who couldn't play a whole game, so we were like, okay, well, let's do 5 rounds and just get a feel for it, and then we'll reset it. Because, like, I found sometimes, like, when you're learning a new game, it's easier to just say, like, hey, we're not going to play a whole game because we're going to realize, like, 5 turns in that we made a bunch of mistakes in turn 1 and 2. You know, so if you just say everybody like, okay, we're gonna have a stress-free, like let's just play for 15 minutes or 20 minutes and then reset it. So don't get attached. You know, don't get attached. But yeah, that can be good. So yeah, we did like a short playtest game with 4 people, and then we did it again for real with 3. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. The coolest thing about it, the biggest difference between Clink Catacombs and the Clink board games, is that instead of there being a board that all of the stuff is on, there's tiles that come out as you go. And the tiles are like twice as big as like Suro or Betrayal tiles. They're pretty big tiles. So they're big chunks of dungeon, but they're still like big square tiles. They're still square tiles, but they're huge, basically. And so as you travel around the dungeon, more tiles come out at random. And it's pretty interesting the way they did it. The first 6 tiles are always relatively safe tiles, and then the tiles after that are the depths. And so, like, the safe tiles you won't get an artifact on, but you also won't have, like, as many monster faces and stuff, because it's expected you don't have enough swords to deal with it. But the thing that really surprised me is that you could actually get into a situation where when a monster comes out, it causes you to rotate all of the tiles that have players on them 100